Right here's where things get interesting. Instead of going after James Ward for full-on robbery, the state is reducing it to a lesser charge, second-degree felony. Why? Because prosecutors often secure a guaranteed conviction rather than risk trial. But remember, second degree still means up to 20 years in prison if probation fails. Big gamble for James.
Good morning, sir. Are you James Ward? And Mr. Burbank, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment? Mr. Ward, in clause number 240541, you're charged, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense with second degree felony offense of robbery, and that's from April 11th of 2022. How do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them. The state's marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Burbank? Do you fully understand? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to review? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to pay restitution that would be determined between now and when we come back. That's sentencing, and there would be dismissals in the misdemeanor cases. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1. It's admitted. Any evidence, Mr. Ward? All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered a plea of guilty freely and...
So Ward pleads guilty, signs the paperwork, and the judge accepts it. But notice, she doesn't sentence him yet. Instead, she orders a pre-sentence report. That's like a deep dive into his background, work history, family, and finances. Everything that could influence how harsh or lenient his punishment will be. What do you think? Should past behavior weigh as much in sentencing?
And voluntarily find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case. The probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll figure out restitution, and we'll come back later for sentencing. Yes.
You're on that case. See, wow.
Okay. So if it gets in... Alright. So obviously, if that case gets indicted, the understanding is that you would come in, we would have to do the same thing on that case, and you would have a probation that would run at the same time. Is that your understanding? Alright, you need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom, and she's sitting at that desk right there, okay? See you back at 6. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. You're John Van Wright. And Mr. Van Wright is charged in each of his cases with injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. And what is the analysis?
Well, you know, I'm running the full bottom.
Okay. Okay. It's obviously, if he just filed it, it has to take time to get through e-file, so we don't see all of that yet. Issues, Mr. Smith. So one of these is an MTRP, and one of them is a due case. All right. No issues with regard to any contact or anything that we're not wanting to occur. And probation's here. As far as for now, everything's going okay. Okay. I'll reset the case, and that Mr. Mitchell can get the information that you have, obviously, regarding discovery. If there's anything else that needs to be turned over, we'll get an announcement. All right. Good morning. And, ma'am, you're Erica Msina. And Ms. Msina is charged with evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle in 24 BCCR 2100. What is the announcement?
With the discovery, we believe in this case, it may well be so it's part of the document.
All right. No, we're not gonna just put it on there. If there's something that might get worked out, obviously I'll just do a normal reset of 30 days. If it happens, great. If not, then we'll take care of the rejection on that case. All right, thank you. You're free to go stay in touch with Mr. Galmore. He'll let you know when you need me back. You're Mason Crooks. Mr. Crooks, you're on probation for theft of property, a third-degree felony. And I received an administrative hearing. So you've been charged with, looks like another offense of assault, family violence, maybe. Is that correct? But it looks like they're not pursuing that. Is that still the position? Are you working? Why aren't you working? So do you not live anywhere where you could get to a job? Yeah, west.
This is a classic last chance moment. Crooks keeps making excuses, seizures. No driver's license, Uncle Drama, but the judge isn't buying it. She lays down the hammer. One more slip up, and it's 2 to 10 years in prison. Judges call this zero tolerance probation. Translation: mess up once, and it's game. Over.
Oh, so much money. I know. Right. And no contact. I got that. Have there been any other issues? The no contact since that was fine. How far apart do y'all live? So why would you have been walking by his house? From Orange to Mauriceville? I bet there's a number, any number of other ways that you can go if you're walking from Orange to Mauriceville instead of in front of your uncle's house who we're having all these issues with. Do you understand? Well, but you keep making mistakes. And your mistake's going to cost you potentially 2 to 10 years in prison. Because this is going to be the last time we're in court talking about this. Alright? One more call about you walking by a house, showing up somewhere where they are, sending a message, whatever it is, however it is, then you're going to be back in here, and I'm going to ask your probation officer to file an MTRP. If you're not paying the money, and we're not getting the victim of this paid back, then you might as well be sitting in prison. So it's time for you to get busy. You've been on probation for 2.5 years, and from this point forward, it is not going to go like it has been. It's not going to be an excuse for everything. Figure it out. Walk, get a bicycle, get a job, and start making payments. I don't care where you're working. Get a job. Figure it out. Make a budget. I want that done quickly. I want you to get a job quickly, and I want you to start making payments. Because what happens is, if you don't start doing everything you're supposed to, Orange is going to send your case back to Jefferson County. They do that 2 options. 1, motion to revoke your probation because you can't do what you're supposed to do over there. 2, you're going to have to come over here and report and do everything in Jefferson County. So transportation and all of that's an issue with just getting around locally. It's going to be a big issue if you have to come back here. All right, this is it. You're on zero tolerance at this point. Get it all taken care of, or you can move right back in. All right, thank you. Thank you. You're free to go. Good morning. Are you Ramiro Reyes? And Mr. Reyes was previously in court and pleaded guilty to the state jail felony offense of theft of property. I received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report? Any additions or corrections? Sure? Did you read it? Did you read his version? So if you didn't do it, then why? If I purchased an item and then later that person canceled the payment, it caused me to cut the charge of that. I don't understand. Okay. Okay.
He reached out to all the police department.
Okay.
He voluntarily.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you for that explanation. All right, Mr. Reyes, I'm going to find that you previously entered a plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I am going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings for a period of 5 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, then this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have a felony or this felony conviction on your record. And at the end of that probation period, if you...
Notice how the judge frames this as both a gift and a threat. Follow probation, your record stays clean. Break probation and straight to jail. This carrot and stick approach is used to push defendants into compliance. But here's the question. Does deferred probation actually reform lives or just set people up to fail?
Successful, the case gets dismissed. You'll never have this conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, sent to the state jail prison for up to 2 years. Do you understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, sir. What made you think that was a good shirt to wear to court this morning? That's all you could find. That's all. The only shirt you had in your closet. World's best partner. That's great. No, it says, I can read it. I see what it says at the bottom. You're in felony court. You need to dress appropriately to felony court. And that's not appropriate. Did you get someone hired? I can't hear you. Okay. Okay, who else did you talk to? Can't hear you. Okay. Alright, so why didn't you call some others if they didn't call you? And none of them, I don't believe that for a second. None of them answered their phone? Okay. How many others did you call? I can't hear you. That's it. So you called 2 that didn't answer their phone, 1 that didn't call you back, and you didn't think that you'd call any and talk to the police. You didn't try if you only did that. This isn't that hard. Point isn't, just like you just heard me tell the other guy, point isn't to play a game and act like you call and write 3 names down. Point is to actually hire someone. And you can't actually hire someone unless you really try. I'm going to reset your case for 30 days. You need to get someone hired, or you need to actually talk to 3 lawyers. And if you have to call 20 to get that done, then call 20. Start this week. Don't wait till the week before court, because they are in court. These are just normal common sense things, right? All right, step in front of the clerk. If you don't...
Oh, busted! The defendant tries to game the system by writing down random lawyer names, including one who's literally a judge down the hall and another who retired years ago. The courtroom vibe instantly shifts. Pro tip: don't try to outsmart the judge with lazy lies. They know the legal community better than you ever will.
Don't do that. The next time your bond will be revoked and you'll go back to jail. Good morning, sir. You're Christopher Davis. Mr. Davis, did you get someone hired? Who'd you talk to? Okay. Who did you talk to? You actually talked to those people? Well, when you were here last time, I told you had to work on trying to hire your own lawyer. You needed to actually speak with 3 lawyers. So, where's this Mitchell Woods? No, it's not just, I'm going to write down 3 names. I said go talk to 3 attorneys, at least 3 attorneys, and try to hire them. It's not just I'm going to give you 30 days and you come back and you write down some names, because Mitchell Woods is probably Clint Mitchell Woods, who is a judge down the hall. So you didn't talk to him as a lawyer. Brad Jones has been retired for many, many years, doesn't practice law. So you didn't do what I asked you to do. Hang on. You didn't do what I asked you to do. And so the result of that is I could put you in jail for not following the court order. It's not just a game to go say I did what you told me to, because you didn't. I'm going to reset your case for 30 days. You need to try to hire a lawyer. If you don't hire one, you better start calling this week actual lawyers who practice law and make appointments and visit with them. All right? Because I've been here a long time. I know who the lawyers are around here, so you're not going to get one over me by just writing down some names. So in front of the clerk and get the receipt. Good morning. Are you Diamond James? And Ms. James, this is your initial appearance. Cause number 25, DCCR 0437. You're charged with a 3rd-degree felony offense of hindering the apprehension or prosecution of a known felon on March 5th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case and you've had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer. So what I'm going to do, Ms. James, is reset your case about 30 days. Give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They all have different payment plans. Sitting in here, you've heard. It's not just a game to come in and tell me that you write 3 numbers down. You need to actually speak with at least 3. The point of this is to try to hire a lawyer. Okay? But bring me back the names of those that you've contacted and talked to, so that I know you're trying and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of you losing your bond and you would have to go to jail. Do you understand? As a condition of your bond, were you ordered not to have any contact with Jacqueline Young? You were? Okay. I want to make sure you understand how important that is. You cannot have any contact or communication with them. That obviously means in person. It also means through social media, DMs, whatever else is out there. Find out that you've had any contact or communication with him, then your bond will be raised and you go back to jail. Understand? All right. In front of the clerk, she'll give you a receipt notice. Good morning. Are you Brashana Weston? And Ms. Weston, this is your initial appearance in cause number 24, DCCR 2448. Charged with a 2nd-degree felony offense of burglary of a habitation, June 17th of 2020. So since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? How old are you? Right. this is something that they're saying happened back in when you were, how old were you, 18 or 17? June of 2020. You were born in 2024. 2004. Mr. Nichols? Just want to double check the date and her age on this. It's Brashana Weston, Weston, Brashawn. You're gonna make me do math. So he might have just turned 17 before this prior. This is from June. So you would have been 17, which means you would have been an adult for purposes, right? So never mind. Sorry, Mr. Nichols. Just took me a minute to do some math. So, Ms. Weston, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? All right. So what I'm going to do is reset your case for about 30 days or so to some time to try to hire someone. If you get a lawyer hired before the next court date, just send the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They all have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of lawyers that you talk to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. You heard me. You heard what's going on this morning. It isn't just I'm going to write down 3 names and act like I talked to them. You need to talk to them so you can tell me what they said so that I know you're really trying, okay? Don't wait till it gets close to the court date because you need some time to make appointments. You get started on that this morning. If you don't do all that, then when you come back, you run the risk of raising your bond and you go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, stay in front of the clerk. She'll give you your recent notice. Good morning, ma'am. You're Lamar Henry? Yes. And Ms. Henry, did you get someone hired?
Well, I told you.
Okay. Who'd you talk to?
I told you. I thought it was James Lincoln. Yeah. The number is 49823
I don't know everybody's numbers. Okay. Okay. Right. So I thank you for doing what I asked you to do. I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for the county lawyer. You need to fill it out accurately and completely because you're going to scramble it that it's all true. So what your bills are, what your income is, and then I'll take a look. Okay? If you step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that information. Yes, ma'am. Good morning. You're Eric Fornals. And Mr. Fornals, did you get someone hired? Okay. Okay. Thank you for this. I appreciate that and the information that you brought back. And so do you think if I give you one more reset, you'll be able to talk to some others and try to get someone? You're working, right? Well, no, I appreciate that you're doing that. I'll have you fill out some paperwork this morning, Mr. Fornals, to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Just fill it out accurately and completely. I'll take a look at it, and you're going to swear under oath that it's all true. So don't just leave things blank. Make sure you fill it out completely in front of the clerk. Good morning, sir. You're Anthony Whitmire. Mr. Whitmire, were you able to get someone hired? Who did you talk to? Why aren't you working? Alright, so I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for court appointed lawyer. Make sure you fill it out accurately and completely. You're going to swear your oath that it's all true and correct, and then I'll take a look at it. You step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that paperwork and your instructions. Good morning, sir. Are you David Holland? And Mr. Holland is charged with theft of service. Mr. Boudreaux, what is the amount?
Get off in the ceremony days off from talking to Mr. Nolan on Thursday or Friday, and I had to explain to him how to explain my client that he didn't keep the truck on him probably a day or two, but he didn't get covered for about 4 months. We believe that he'll be able to come up with money, train what Mr. Coleman is asking for $2,300.
I don't need to get all the details. I just need to know if you have something worked out, if you need a little more time.
Judge, I don't know if this is too long to ask.
30 days is fine too.
About what I was going to ask for was about $1.50.
Okay. Mr. Holland, you've discussed with Mr. Boudreaux what your options are. Do you feel like 45 days would give you some time to get together what this attorney's asking for? All right, so I will do a 45-day reset. If you get that taken care of, great. If not, when you come back, there'll probably have to be something else looked at as far as how it's going to get worked out. Okay? All right. Thank you. Y'all are free to go. Good morning, ma'am. You're Julia Shields. And this is 24 DCCR 2290, and Mr. Daniel, what is the amount?
I'm waiting for him.
So, as we were waiting for yourself on payment one time, and as then later, seems to be having enough right direction or now be able to
All right. So just 30 days. Do you think you'll be able to get that? Okay. I'll do one more 30-day reset, and y'all can figure out where you are. We'll get an announcement in the next quarter. Thank you. You're free to go. Good morning, sir. Are you Darren Carter? And Mr. Carter is charged with assault of a public servant, and what is the amount? Okay. Sure. All right, we'll just do a normal 30-day reset then. Make sure you stay in touch with your attorney. They'll let you know when you do that, and we'll take care of it. They'll email you or send you through however, electronic. You're just free to go. Thank you. All right, are you Maverick Neal? And Mr. Neal's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in 24 DCCR 2436, and what is the amount?
Judge, we reset some truck contact. I'm not getting any answers. Right before calling doing it. But I'm not. Double.
And you intend to go forward with or without? Okay. So if sounds like there needs to be a rejection done, if there's not going to be, he does not want to accept any plea agreement, let's get the rejection done this morning. That's on the tablet, and then I'll call you back up to take care of that. Good morning, sir. You're Arthur Johnson. And Mr. Johnson is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and what is the amount?
She's on soul, stolen. So it's what was weapon.
Obviously, Mr. Johnson, you understand you can't have a weapon at all. Okay, I'm going to sign that dismissal. Thank you, Mr. Hoffpower, Mr. Rojas, and Mr. Johnson, please.
Thanks.
Good morning. Are you Anthony Vidal? And Mr. Vidal is charged with criminal mischief, and what is the amount?
Who's that? How old is it? No. This will be restitution. That's right.
Okay. All right. Any issues since then? Or all right, Mr. Vidal, I'm going to reset your case in about 30 days. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Lewis, and he'll let you know when you need to be back, and y'all discuss your case before you come. You're free to go. Good morning, ma'am. You're Crystal Bogan. And Miss Bogan, hold on, this is what the hot powers say. Bogan is charged with state jail felony offense of property. Mr. Lewis, what is the name?
Yeah, she's
All right, any issues? All right, and Ms. Bogan, I'm just going to do a normal reset, which is about 30 days. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Lewis. He'll let you know when you need to be back. Free to go. Thank you. All right, sir, you Jermaine Young. And Mr. Young is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child. And Mr. Burbank, what is he announced?
We are taking out all in only
Got that. Did they give you any type of... All right, let's do, we'll do, now that we've got CPS, the only thing we're waiting on, I'm going to do 60 days. Then hopefully we'll have some information. Obviously, when it gets close, we can get back with them and see where we are. If we need to let them know some initial setting and make it move out, then we'll stay in touch with Mr. Burbank. He'll let you know when you need to. All right, we're free to go. Good morning, sir. You're Jacob Graves. And Mr. Graves has got a motion to revoke his probation on probation for arson. Mr. Crenshaw now.
Yes, Your Honor, what is our motion setting? We are for the resolution. We're not going to go. Just come on.
Any issues at this time for probation? Okay. All right, then I'll do a normal reset, give you all some time to work on it, and we'll see if we can get an announcement for the next court date. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Crenshaw, as well as continue doing everything you're supposed to. Right. Free to go, sir. So, Mr. Neal, in clause number 242436, you're charged with a second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that's from October 26th of 2024. What that means, sir, is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 2 years and up to 20 years in prison.
This is the high-stakes choice every defendant dreads. Take a deal and avoid prison, or roll the dice at trial. Neal rejects a 5-year probation offer, risking up to 20 years if convicted. But here's the twist. The prosecutor says they'll push forward even without the victim's testimony. That means Neal could face the jury with the odds stacked against him. Bold move or catastrophic mistake.
Do you understand? And I have here on the computer plea bargain rejection that you signed with Mr. Doyle. This shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer, if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty in your case, for a 5-year deferred probation, a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And with that type of probation, if you successfully completed it, the case would be dismissed and you wouldn't have a felony conviction. Do you understand? So I want to make sure that you do understand everything, because it's very important that after today, if I put your case on the trial docket, I won't accept this plea agreement. All right, so if you want the plea agreement, fine. If you are not guilty and you want to have a jury decide, that's fine as well. Mr. Nichols has stated earlier today that he intends to go forward with or without the complaining witness in this case. So we've talked about that. I don't want you to think that at some later date he intends to dismiss the case or something would change unless there's new evidence that comes forward. So if you don't want to take this 5-year deferred probation, that's fine. We'll put it on the trial docket, but I want you to make sure you understand that I will not accept this agreement after today. If you change your mind later and you want to enter a plea of guilty, then you can plea open to the court or to some other plea agreement. Do you understand that? Or do you want to reject that plea agreement and have your case set for trial? It's your decision. I mean, go ahead. I mean, if y'all need to talk some more, but okay. So you've been talking about it with Mr. Doyle. What are you not understanding? I don't know about 4 times. Okay.
Right.
Right. Right. No, correct. So Mr. Doyle is doing everything he can with trying to negotiate with the district attorney. And it is legally possible for the state to go forward with a case without the complaining witness, and that's what they intend to do, according to Mr. Nichols, correct, Mr. Nichols? So with or without her, they're going to present the evidence that they do have to a jury, if you go to a jury trial, and then that jury can decide whether or not you did or didn't do what they're charging you with. So today is the day to decide if you want to go to trial, let that jury decide whether she comes or not, case isn't getting dismissed, or if you want to enter a plea of guilty to the offense for that 5-year deferred probation. So you want to have a jury decide? Okay. Then I will place your case on the trial docket. Mr. Dole will begin preparation for trial. They'll send you that day, or about 3 months or so. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. You're free to go. Good morning, sir. Are you Devin Spice? And Mr. Spice is charged with theft of property. And Ms. Hawkins, what is the amount? It is. Sure, yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Msina. So what I'll do, Ms. Hawkins, is reset it about 30 days or so to give you an opportunity to make sure you send in a request so they can get you signed up on that portal. There's several requests from any type of media, and Ms. Msina will help you with all of that. Sir, if you'll just stay in touch with your attorney, she'll let you know when you need to come back, and also once she receives all that information, y'all can go over. And then we'll see where we are the next 4 days. All right. Thank you. You're free to go. Be careful going back now. Good morning, sir. You are Michael McCain. And Mr. McCain, Mr. Vasquez is here for Mr. Macon, and have you had an opportunity to go over that PSI with him? And are you okay going forward today with your sentencing with Mr. Vasquez? And I've received that pre-sentence report. This is 241408. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, Judge.
Are there any additions or corrections to that PSI? All right, Mr. McCain, I'm going to find that you entered the plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I am going to follow the agreement that you made with the attorney and defer all proceedings, place you on probation for a period of 10 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, and there's no reason for me to think you won't, this seems like it's something that's very out of character for you, and also something that even you admitted was because of some emotions that had to do with your child and ex and things like that. Obviously, you understand now that this is the way to handle that, correct? If you do everything you're supposed to on this probation, it's an excellent opportunity because you don't have a felony conviction. When you successfully completed at the end, the case will be dismissed. You'll never be a convicted felon. The other side of that, though, is if you violate your conditions of probation, you can be brought back into court, you could be found guilty of the offense, and you would be a convicted felon, and you could go to prison for up to 20 years. You understand? Also, I want to make sure you understand as well, you got a 10-year probation. However, I sign every single day early terminations for people to get off probation early. And so that could very well happen, it looks like, with you. And if you do everything you're supposed to while you're on probation, get community service done early, follow all of the rules, don't test positive for anything, don't obviously get arrested for anything else. Anyway, do everything you're supposed to, then you would be eligible early to get off probation. So make sure you do all of that, and you don't have to worry about the whole 10 years. If you're not doing everything you are supposed to, then obviously you can end up on 10 years or you can end up with a revocation. You understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up when she's ready to go through all of your paperwork. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Baptiste.
Thank you, Your Honor.